The college basketball experience Saturday, January 6th pregame show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. We're also brought to you by the Hockey Gambling Podcast brand new YouTube page. Yeah, the hockey guys are giving away a hoodie to celebrate their brand new YouTube channel. If you love the NHL, you got to check out the Hockey Gambling Podcast. So register today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/HGP. Once again, that's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/HGP. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience pregame show. The fucking Slate. Shout out to Brian Sanders. I see him in the chat talking. And last night's show was a bit off the rails. But glad to be here because I wouldn't miss this for the fucking world here because the Slate is fantastic. And I mean, I'm super fucking excited about the Slate. I'll put it like that. This is one. I'm a fucking nerd, so I was like, yeah, I'm a sports nerd. There's a difference. There's the nerd, and then there's a sports nerd. I'm concocting the college basketball schedules back in like what? They're getting released like August, early September. I got a spreadsheet. I'm like, oh, Saturday, January 6th. I'm on board with the college basketball slate. And we're going to talk all about it. Shout out to the chat and shout out to the people that enjoyed last night's show. It was a bit all over the place. I appreciated it, but didn't have the best structure. But I mean, what structure? All right. I don't want to act like I'm some fucking genius over here. I don't know anything about structure. But dude, guys, gals, the fucking slate is incredible, and I plan to talk all about it. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Shout out to Clark Townsend, who's reporting live from Capital One Center. Jaden Epps is playing for the Georgetown Hoyas. That does affect my betting choice, and that is why I have placed a wager on the Hoyas. We're going to talk about it, of course, but I think Georgetown's trajectory is going up. I think DePaul, I don't know, DePaul, poor fucking DePaul, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I am joined by the host of the NBA Gambling Podcast and the WNBA Gambling Podcast. You also heard him on the Sports Gambling Podcast and the NFL Gambling Podcast. Whew. But you got to start right here. All right. Give it up for Terrell Furman Jr. Happy New Year, my friend.
What's going on? Happy New Year, my friend.
Yeah.
How are we?
Oh, I mean, I'm doing great when I consider this basketball slate.
Yeah.
It's about time we get just a fire slate like this. A lot of big, I actually think this is kind of like a separation Saturday type of feel to it.
I'm just now looking at that bottom ticker. Why is CJ name before mine? What is CJ? CJ? Where's CJ at? How did CJ get his name before my name in the ticker?
How do I adjust this right now? How the fuck do I adjust this?
Hey, Rob. Hey,
This
you know
will be
what's coming,
fixed.
Rob? Rob, you know what's on the way.
What's that?
You know, Rob said we need Terrell to come in and lock Georgia for the 30th, Georgetown for the 30th Saturday in a row. Yep.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh yeah, it's 100%. It's gonna win today. I'm telling you, it's gonna win.
I like
today.
starting off with that because Georgetown is hosting DePaul. DePaul's 3-10. Georgetown 7-7. Georgetown won by 5 last time they played, but I just think it's a smash spot. We know like as Clark alluded to earlier in the chat, we were not sure on the injury situation. Jaden Epps was questionable. He is playing, and that means that confirms our bet of the Hoyas. Get it in before the line goes up.
I'm telling you, Ed Cooley is going to make a change here. He's going to make this team good. This team is going to be good. Georgetown is going to be back eventually, just not this year. But they're going to get it done this game.
But they'll be back today against a shitty DePaul team. Yes,
DePaul
let's
literally
go.
They can't play anybody, and they're on the road. They never do anything on the road. This is a smash spot for Georgetown. This is the team that they looked at their schedule and said we could beat up on this team.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the 9 a.m. slate has that 9 a.m. Pacific slate, but there's some big time games. Mississippi State, South Carolina. If you can't coming into the season, maybe you didn't think this game was going to be a big time game, but Mississippi State sitting here at 11-2, South Carolina at 12-1. Columbia, South Carolina. I know you're very familiar with that city, town, whatever the fuck. I personally think the Gamecocks are live to win this thing on the money line. They're 3.5 point dogs right now, getting plus 135, 140, something like that on the money line. I know Mississippi State got Tulu Smith back. I know Mississippi State and I do like Chris Jans a lot of times. I love loading up on Jan's coach teams, but I also like Lamont Paris, and I also think South Carolina. I like this team. I like the fact they went out and got BJ Mack in the portal. I am on the Gamecocks on the money line. What are you doing here?
I kind of want to back the Gamecocks, but we'll see. This is a pretty good test here going up against Mississippi State in conference play. Mississippi State, I feel like the defense, I think that's really what's going to carry them in this game. And I would look towards an under. I don't think it's going to be too many points here, but I think Mississippi defense might be a little bit too much for South Carolina, who, while they got a really good start to the season, I think that's going to be the thing when they start getting into SEC play and they start seeing some of these tougher defenses and trying to manufacture scoring through that. That may be something that slows them a little bit down. So I think I'm actually going to roll with the Bulldogs.
All right. I mean, look, Lamont Paris can go 13-1. I actually think the crowd might show up in this one. I know they're not back in school yet, but I think they could show up. Top 25 or no? I mean, not top 25, right? Mississippi State's not ranked yet.
But still, they're 12-1. Like, when's the last time we talked about South Carolina being 12-1 to start?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think they show up. Rutgers, the Scarlet Knights are heading into this is a back-to-back away from them. They were just in Columbus, Ohio. They covered for us on this show. However, now they head to Iowa City to take on an Iowa team that has drilled them the past couple matchups. The line has gone up overnight from 6.5 to 7.5. 6.5. I kind of loved Iowa. 7.5. Yeah. Still taking Iowa.
I don't know, man. If you look at
suck.
Iowa and they really do kind of suck. And look at what they're doing this season at home. They're 6-1 straight up at home. Against the spread, they're 3-6. They're not covering the number.
Here's the difference. Rutgers is 343rd in free throw shooting. Iowa is 56th. That's enough for me. Close game down the stretch. Iowa makes free throws at the end, wins by 9.
I don't know. I'm rolling with Rutgers. Give me Rutgers in the points.
Marquette, Shaka Smart, heading to Newark, New Jersey to take on the Pirates of Seton Hall. This line is kind of bounced all around. Seton Hall obviously just had a huge win at the Dunk. against Kim English and the Providence Friars. This game's on CBS Sports. Awesome 9 a.m. game. This probably would. I don't know. There's so many that I want to watch, but that one specifically catches my eye. I lean Marquette. This one I will not be betting. But I lean Marquette just because I think Seton Hall is due for a letdown spot after that big win. But was that 4.5 earlier? I don't know how. I wouldn't go too much higher. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm trusting my guy. Yeah, I can't. I'm trusting my guy. I hate trusting my guy because sometimes he makes me regret it, especially when he's a favorite. But I'm trusting my guy, Shaka Smart. I think they're the better team here. I think Seton Hall is going to be scrappy, and I think this is going to be close towards the beginning of the game. But I think they'll be able to pull away in the end. And I really like where this Marquette team is going. And the losses that they have are humbling, and knowing that there's always something to work on. I like this Marquette team, and Shaka Smart. I trust them in the conference game. Get back on track.
You're a North Carolina Tar Heel fan. Things are getting dicey in the ACC today, as I think, with the exception of Duke going to South Bend, which I don't think will get too dicey, but there's some other teams like Miami going to Wake, which we'll talk about in a minute, and Carolina at Clemson, where we're going to learn a thing or two about who's on top in the ACC today. Carolina's currently catching 3.5 at Clemson. Jack Clark, the Tigers forward, doesn't play a ton of minutes. He is questionable. But I don't know. I'm on Clemson here. They just lost at Miami. I know you're a Carolina fan, but I think Clemson's the play, and I've already bet Clemson. What are you doing here?
I'm betting Clemson too. I'm fading the Tar Heels in this spot. I think Clemson is good, man. I think this is a spot going at Clemson. It's a tough place to play. I think that like you said, school's not in, but I think Clemson's going to be packed today for UNC coming to town. And they know that this is a big game. This is going to cement Clemson in ACC play early on, is getting a win at home here against UNC. And it just feels like whenever I back the Tar Heels, this is a spot that they kind of fold in, one of these top 25 ACC matchups. I don't know if they're ready for that moment just yet. And if they are, they'll prove me wrong. But I actually like Clemson here laying the points.
Yeah, and I think they're going to storm that court today. If we could find odds on that, I think that's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, I think the fans will show up here. I know the students aren't back, but there's certain spots where I do think the fans will show up. They know North Carolina's a top 10 team. Anytime they can, it doesn't even matter if Carolina's ranked or not. Anytime they can get North Carolina, they're gonna go crazy. I think they're another 9 o'clock game. Actually, there's a couple other 9 a.m. tips. Howard is at North Carolina Central. I actually think both these teams are good. And I know you look at Howard's record, you say 5-10. Yeah, you got to remember
they're better than the record. They're better than the record.
They're much better than their record. You got to remember, like the HBCUs, they go crazy on the scheduling. You know what I mean? Like they're all over the United States. A lot of these teams, and I think they're just a lot better than their record. I'm actually going to take Howard to upset. It's not much of an upset. I think Carolina or Central's favored by 2. I think
1.5, something like that.
Yeah. It's actually going to be a pretty good game though. ESPNU, and give me the Howard Bison to bounce back after that tough loss to Yale in overtime. What are you doing here?
Lavelle Moulton is tough to beat in conference play at home, man. Very, very tough to beat in conference play at home. I think that North Carolina Central is going to get it done. You got Fred Cleveland Jr., who's balling, coming over from North Carolina A&T. What a disgusting transfer, man. Ooh, but shout out to my guy Fred, though. Yeah, he went to a place where he was going to get his opportunity in Lavelle. But yeah, that is, man.
That's tough.
That's tough. But my homeboy played with Fred. He said Fred's a hooper, and he's doing big things over there for Lavelle. So I'm rolling with the Central Eagles today.
This is like NC Nick. He said, it's going to happen. Someone's going to go from Duke to Carolina in the next 5 years. Someone's gonna go from Duke to Carolina in the next 5 years.
That's disgusting. I don't even like. How do Duke recruiters even recruit Carolina players? Like, are they like once they're at Carolina, do they even send them a message anymore?
Yeah, I mean, they should be crossed off a list and said no, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I can't see it happening because it's the culture. They're two different cultures. Like, if you fit Carolina culture, you do not fit Duke culture, and if you fit Duke culture, you do not fit Carolina culture. So it'd be crazy for somebody to transfer from one to the other.
That or Ohio State, Michigan will happen. We've seen it with Ole Miss and Mississippi State now a couple times. Another 9 a.m. game tip that I just want to key in on the USA Network, folks. I think LaSalle is going to beat Fordham today. Fordham is a 5.5 point favorite. I think we got a live dog plus 180. I like this LaSalle team. They're just coming off that George Mason loss. Between Brickus and Brantley, they got like really good guard play. Clark's on it in the chat. Shout out to Clark. Let's ride LaSalle money line. Fordham's on coming off a triple overtime game that they won as a big dog. We were on at George Washington. I think it's a good spot for the Explorers. I don't know. Do you have a take on this one?
Triple overtime is really hard to fade. Hard not to fade, at least. I kind of did like Fordham coming in. And I think that Fordham still potentially can win the game, but 5 just feels like a little bit too many points. I'll take LaSalle in the points.
Yeah. I think
this is a one-score game.
9:30 a.m. noon 30 your time. This is a fantastic game. Kentucky is at Florida. Florida's laying 3.5 points now. 3.5 points. No. Give me the Wildcats. I'm not buying into this Florida nonsense yet. Todd Golden's he's gonna have to win a few of these for me to really buy in.
Oh no, I like this Florida team, man.
No,
I really do. I like this team.
They look good. They've looked good so far this year, but there's a difference between looking good and beating Kentucky and beating some of the better schools in the SEC that they haven't beat lately. They got to prove it to me. So you're on the Gators. I take it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Gators at home. I think this is a spot where Kentucky, and I understand Kentucky really good. Shout out to my guy Rob Dillingham, another North Carolina kid, really really good hooper. I think he should be the focal point of the team. But this Florida team is scrappy. They're scrappy and they're at home. You got top 6 Kentucky coming to town. You're favored by 3 points. This place is gonna be rocking. Like I'm just going to fade Kentucky on the road here. Like, these good teams, they can go on the road in conference play and take a couple of L's. And I think Florida's going to be a little bit of a tough place to play today. I think I'm going to be on the contrarian side. I like Florida to get it done.
Yeah, I noticed a trend here. That is the second top 10 team you have losing on the road today.
Yep.
And we're not even out of the 9 a.m. slate yet, but 10 a.m. Georgia with Blue Kane, star freshman, 10-3. They're at Missouri. Missouri, Dennis Gates taking a little step back. Missouri drilled them by 22 the last time they played. This game, obviously in Columbia, Missouri, at the Mizzou Arena. I'm intrigued to watch this. I know it's just because if Georgia can go 11-3 here, Mike Snow White, holy shit. Yeah. But I think Dennis Gates gets it done. I'm actually going to lay the 5.5. What are you doing here?
I don't know. Mizzou's not covering games.
They don't look that good this year, but that's why I think this is they're in the more desperate spot in my opinion.
Yeah, they are. I don't know. They're not covering games as a favorite. Like, they're not covering. I guess I'll lay the points. It's a short line. I guess I'll lay the 4.5 with Mizzou. I kind of don't feel good about it, but I do think Mizzou's going to win the game. Like, I think they're going to win at home.
Yeah. I mean, even Brian Sanders in the chat, who's a Georgia fan, says Georgia wedded shit. All right? Oh,
Brian's here. I ain't seen Brian in a while. What's up, Brian? All right. Yeah. All right. Just because of that, I'll lock Mizzou.
There we go.
I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. So yeah.
We Tigers on this podcast. We Tigers.
we went really long without giving out a lot. So I gave out George.
No. Dude, I locked the shit out of the first. I mean, maybe I didn't play the music because it's early in the morning, but I bet Georgetown. I have bet South Carolina, and I have bet Iowa. But I went 7.5. I don't think I would actually bet 6.5. I bet it. And I am also bet LaSalle and Clemson. God damn, I bet the fuck out of everything on the board. Yeah. Moving along. Let's go to another lock because I feel like most of my locks are towards the daytime, not towards the nighttime. Colgate's gonna fuck up Navy because Colgate fucks up everyone in the Patriot League.
Yep.
They struggle some outside of the, they always somehow beat Syracuse. I feel like they didn't this year, I don't think, but a lot of times they beat like one decent team. But then when Patriot League play starts, they start drilling teams, and they're laying 6 in Annapolis. Get that bullshit out of here. They're going in there and they're taking care of business. Raiders, get it done.
I'm with you. I'm locking up Colgate as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not Colgate and Vermont. Those are two we just trust.
Yeah, I'm going to mention Vermont. Actually, let's just get to it now. Lay the points with Vermont. I think it's 8 against Maine.
At home, it's 9.5 now.
9.5.
It's 9.5 now. Keep going. They're going to win by 20.
I still go. Yeah. That'll go all the way up to 12. Yeah. St. John's is catching 4.5 in Philadelphia against Villanova. I can't wait to watch this game. Justin Moore is out, we think, for the Wildcats. Chris Ledlam, I think, is also out for St. John's.
So, question before I decide. Is this a game that Villanova looks on the schedule and says we have to get up for this game? Because clearly they only get up for competition and they play down to everybody else.
I would say normally over the past decade, no, but I'm sure Rick Pitino stole some headlines. Big East Media Day, maybe, but also Kyle Neptune's never faced Rick Pitino, and that is why I am taking the points in St. John's. I think Pitino's team's getting better. You can see it in if you really analyze the stats, they've been getting better and better all year, and I think that will continue. Now Villanova is capable of still covering this. I actually thought Villanova would be better this year, to tell you the truth. So I'm a little let down on them at this point.
I'm rolling with the dog. Give me St. John's, but I'm concerned. I'm slightly concerned, but I'll roll with the dog. Give me St. John's and Patino.
I'm with you. I think St. John's right now is the better basketball team, but excited to watch that one. This game, I've already wagered on. Auburn is laying 2.5 at Arkansas.
Oh yeah, lock it up.
Yeah,
give me Arkansas all day.
Yeah, let's go.
All day.
Let's go, muscle man.
Nobody goes in and just gets a win.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. And they're lucky they're playing this early because these fans will be a lot drunker. Now they're still going to be drunk. SEC make a smart move. There would have been multiple arrests. I'm fascinated by watching that game. That game's on ESPN2. Lay it with the Razorbacks. The George Mason Patriots have been absolutely fire this season. Tony Skinn doing an unbelievable job. They're 12-2, and in comes the St. Louis Billikens. Billikens have been struggling. Travis Ford's been struggling. However, they're catching 9.5 points in Fairfax, Virginia. I can't lay 9.5 yet. I think St. Louis is actually the play. Mason wins by 4 or 5. What are you doing here?
I don't know. St. Louis kind of sucks, bro.
They do suck, but I just can't lay that many points with Mason yet. I need to. It's on USA, the USA Network, by the way.
Yeah, 810 Basketball, USA Network. It goes together. I'm not trusting this St. Louis team, bro. They suck. I think they're baiting me. They're baiting me, trying to give me a large number with George Mason, thinking I'm not willing to take it. I will take it with George Mason, and I'm actually kind of considering locking this up.
Noah Beanick locked it up.
He did. I would have locked it up if it was at 6.5 where it opened. I would have locked it up right now. So maybe I should still lock it up. Maybe I'm letting them scare me. Yeah, I'll lock up George Mason. Let me add that.
Terrell Furman taking to Virginia school? No.
St. Louis sucks, man. They're not good. Like, they're not good. I really don't think they're going to make any noise in ACC play.
No, they.
I mean, not ACC, but in A10 play.
Yeah. West Virginia's getting 21.5 points in Houston, Texas. Look, I actually.
Hey, Matt, which side you on?
Yeah, no, I actually think Mac is. Look, I know most of the times I'm terrified of following Mac on a West Virginia play because he's got he's got his blinders on. Yeah, I think the line is off. I really do, because ever since they got the waivers on all those guys, Raekwon Battle, Farrakhan, all those guys, they have been playing a lot better. 21.5 points is too much, bro. It's too much. This is Houston will win by 8, by 10.
Houston's gonna go on that some random 5-minute scoring drought where they don't score. Like, I'm not laying that many points with them. They literally every single game it's like a 5-minute scoring drought where they can't score. I'm going against Houston here. I'll take West Virginia. And
Lock
I mean,
this up. Well, I'm betting the fuck out of this game.
Yeah,
I've already bet this. It actually went up a point, I think, from last night. I don't know.
Didn't West Virginia get reinforcements?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They got reinforcements and they've been looking better. So yeah, why not?
Smash bot. Let's go. Want to shout out Will Wade. Strong ass offer, Will Wade, for McNeese State as they knocked off Michigan at Michigan recently. But sleepy spot here as they head to Texas A&M Commerce. They're laying 11.5 points. I still went McNeese. Kind of terrified of this game if you're a McNeese State fan though, because it is sleepy. It is sleepy. Texas A&M Commerce was like a D2 school like 3 years ago. What would you do here if you were forced to pick this?
I'd probably take McNeese and just trust them. But this is the letdown spot of all letdowns. Matter of fact, no, I'd take the points. This is a letdown spot. How do you get up for this game? This game?
Yeah. The Virginia Cavaliers are heading into Raleigh, North Carolina to take on.
Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Don't even say it. Lock it up. Just play the music. Play the music.
I've already bet this game. Wahoos
betting the shit out of this game
are going into that filthy fucking place.
This game sucks, man.
Look, Virginia lost their last road game at Notre Dame. You don't think this has been a point of emphasis for Tony Bennett? As he knows he's going there to take
and
on
I know
this
people are
team.
saying Virginia just lost to Notre Dame. North Carolina State just beat Notre Dame. North Carolina State should get this done. Absolutely not. It's not how the game works. Virginia's about to go in there and beat the crap out of them.
Yes. Take the Cavaliers. Hey, Terrell Furman Jr. locking up another Virginia school? No. Let's go though. He's right here.
Hey, Virginia parlay.
I didn't take Mason, but Virginia Tech's what at Florida State? There might be another Virginia school. There might be another Virginia school I could jump on. Scott G goes, so Furman is a Virginia guy. Where is he from?
Norfolk.
There we go.
Born and raised Norfolk, Virginia.
There we go. TCU is catching 9.5 at Kansas. I'm on the points just because TCU always kind of fucks with Kansas. Not a bet though. This is not a wager. I'm always super critical of taking the points in the fog. So
why are you not? Wait. Why are you not betting this?
I don't like. I just think Kansas at home is always a wild card play. Like, yes, TCU has the track record under Jamie Dixon where they've given them a ton of fits. But I just feel like the energy of that fucking place, you could go from a 5-point lead to down 15 in like 3 minutes. So I'm on TCU in the points, but I'm not betting this game. What are you doing here?
I don't know. They're always competitive in this game, like every single time. If TCU goes out here and wins outright, I'm gonna be pissed that I wasn't on it.
Well, another reason too that you might want to consider is Chuck O'Bannon, son of Ed O'Bannon. He is questionable, and also Jacoby Coles is questionable, who's a key player for them. that's another reason why I was like, well, I know I would kind of think they would play. This game's on CBS, nationally televised. But why tell me that information? I need to know. You know what I mean? I need to know that they're playing.
I just saw what Troy said.
No, dude, you missed last night's show. So hold on.
Oh my
Last night's show, dude. What I didn't realize was that January 6th is this is a full on thing now, huh? This is a full on thing.
Yeah, this is the day that they attacked the Capitol.
So we did a racism parlay last night of BYU, Utah State. I think we threw in Utah Tech, but I think BYU and Utah State for a January 6th racism parlay.
You gotta have Virginia in there. What? You gotta have Charlottesville in there.
I didn't even think about that last night.
Yeah,
that's a good angle too. That's a very good angle. Unfucking believable.
You guys are talking about this.
Virgil in the chat is saying,
I really like
this is how we take the Capitol. This is how we take the Capitol. What a world. Yes.
Southern Miss was a part of the January.
We can add Virginia to the racism parlay. We can, you know what? We might have to do a 6-team racism parlay.
The gag is you really need to add every school.
I mean, you can really build a strong case for the racism parlay with some of the.
No, really, if you just threw out a random school, we could probably make a strong case for the racism parlay.
I made a point of that last night. I said, well, man,
Auburn, Arkansas.
That's what I'm saying. You can kind of do this. Unfortunately, we have this. Unfortunately, we have this history where you could really take a fucking dart and you could really add any fucking team to the parlay.
I can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
Why were you guys talking about this?
January 6th full moon racist parlay is in effect.
Oh man.
TCU is the points. Take the points. Daquan in the chat says West Virginia is definitely racist.
West Virginia. Sorry, Mac.
This parlay is going to be. I don't think your book is going to be able to provide the amount of teams that you want to add into the racism parlay. But
so I had a friend, and I think it was West Virginia. He was driving through, or was it Tennessee? It was something like that. He was driving through one of those states around there, and he said that a guy in a truck drove up on the side of him, and he had a little noose in his hand, and he was showing him, and he was like, "What?" And so he sped off down the street, and then a cop was up there, and he got caught by the cop for speeding. And he was like, "Man, I'm trying to tell you what happened," and the cop was not going for it. He was like, "All right, man, whatever. I'm gonna give you the ticket, though."
No, the West Virginia cop, he probably showed him another one. He was like, "Yeah, look what we got here." I don't know. I mean, look, that's terrifying. And
Hey man, that's what made me laugh when I was thinking, because I was thinking about that story. Oh man. What's next? I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I mean, Harvard is getting 16 points at Princeton. Lock. This is a fucking rivalry game.
16?
I know. Yeah, because their top scorers out. Malik Mack.
How many times have we seen this story before? We see this story all the time. So the best scorer goes down, the team gets up for a game.
Dude, this is a fucking rivalry game. They fucking hate each other. There's no way they're not covering 16 fucking points, man. There's no way. Lock.
Is it because Princeton beat Arizona last year?
Gotta be. They went to the Sweet 16. They're 12-1.
I haven't caught up with Princeton much this year. Is Princeton are they the same team?
They are fire, but still, I don't give a shit. 16 points. This was a 2-point win last time they played. They won 58-56 on February 25th I understand they didn't have. They're not going to have their best.
They only
player.
won by 3 at Princeton the game before.
That's what I'm saying. This is a long
actually this
rivalry.
has been a one possession game the last 3 times out, and then they lost by 7 the time. Yeah, what?
Yeah,
Lock up Harvard. Lock up
ridiculous,
Harvard.
ridiculous. Give us Harvard plus 16. By the way, I'm seeing that Maine Vermont line I'm seeing right now. I see a 7.5 out there, folks. Get in on those Catamounts. They fucking destroy teams at home. Providence. I don't know if you caught the game the other day. It sucked. Bryce Hopkins out for the season.
Yeah, man.
He's a fucking good player too, man. Bummer if you are a Friars fan because they're 11-3 and Kim English is kind of, doing a damn good job coming in there. They are in Omaha against Michael Crichton.
Man, when I say lock this up,
Creighton minus the points, right?
They're gonna beat the crap out of them. Like this isn't. It's not even. It's the fact that even with Bryce, I think Creighton probably would have won the game. Like legitly won the game. Maybe not covered this number, but straight up won. Absolutely. This is the ultimate get up spot for Creighton because they need a top 25 win on their resume now. Like they need another top 25 win. And as much as I think Providence, and that's why I kind of like the over, I think it's going to be a lot of points scored because I don't think Providence is going away. But I think Creighton at the end of the day is going to have this win by like 15, 16 points.
I laid the points. I didn't bet it, but Drell Furman Jr. is betting it. Take the Blue Jays of Creighton, Michael Crichton. I'm going to take you to one. Jimmy Larinaga is going to win in Winston-Salem today. Get this Wake Forest bullshit out of here. All right. Wooga Poplar didn't play last game. I think he's going to play today.
I don't know. ACC home teams are tough.
How lit? You spent some time there in Winston-Salem. How lit does
I've never been to a basketball game. I never went to a basketball game.
Okay.
I went to the football game. Never went to a basketball game.
Miami money line. I don't give a fuck about this Wake Forest shit. Let's go. Plus 170. Take the points to cover your ass. This is not going to be some blowout. This team plays similar styles.
Yeah, you getting into 2 possessions. I'll take the point. Yeah, no, I'm going Wake. Give me the home team. I'm going Wake. Give me my I'm not gonna lock it up though. You're more confident than me.
There's a game out there that will probably include, if I had to guess, I'm gonna say 8 white guys on the court at all times. one black guy at all times. Well, not all times, periodically, and 1 Japanese guy periodically. Nebraska is at Wisconsin. Tamanaga, he's fucking nasty though. They're catching 6.5 in Madison. I can taste the cheese curds from here. What are you doing here? I'm on Nebraska. I think
Wisconsin's fool's gold. Why is Wisconsin top 25? I don't think they're that good. Give me Nebraska.
I just think Wisconsin's due for a close game. It's due for a close game. Give me Nebraska in the points too. So James Madison is 14-0, and they head to Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I think I've already bet this. I to be fair, I bet Louisiana the other night, and I ate shit. But damn it, JMU is going to lose one of these road games against these Sunbelt teams. This environment gets kind of lit. They don't always get top 25 teams coming into Hattiesburg.
They said put Southern Miss in the racism parlay. JMU could go in there too, for being honest. Harrisonburg is a bad place, but man, I really want to take the points. I just think it's gonna. I think it would be close. Like I don't know. JMU. At what point do we just admit JMU is really good?
No, I like.
At what point do we get there?
That's why they got to get that first loss out of the way. They got to get it out of the way and move forward.
I just feel like if I'm not fading them every time when they lose, I'm gonna be pissed I didn't bet it. But you have this Southern Miss team that's 1-4 at home. Like, that's really bad.
They're pulling on, and remember they didn't have Andre Curbelo. With the waiver shit happened, they got Andre Curbelo.
But didn't he go like 5 for 20?
Yeah, but they won.
What's 5 for 20?
Why is everyone calling out his stats when he had a triple double and they won?
I don't know, man. 5 for 20 is kind of crazy.
I'm on Southern Miss money line play.
Yeah, I'll back Southern Miss. I'm just gonna keep fading JMU until they lose, but then I'm gonna be all over. They're not gonna lose another game after they lose that first one. They're gonna have 1 loss on the season, maybe 2 by the end of the year, but no more than 2.
Virginia. Baylor is laying 4.5.
Hey man, they made the jump to the FBS and said we're dominating on every aspect, everything. Basketball, football. You guys ain't like that. They was better down there in the FCS levels. They was way better down there.
Yeah. Baylor's laying 4.5 in Stillwater against Oklahoma State.
How do you feel about Oklahoma State?
No, I don't think they're very good this year, but this line definitely reeks. I would set this line at like 7.5, but
yeah,
I'll still take Baylor. I'm not betting this game. Don't bet this game. So
why is this 4.5? Why is this not more? How like
Clark said, they're baiting you to take Baylor.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for it. Give me Oklahoma State plus 4.5.
Yeah.
I can't really tell you why, but it's not in Big 12 play. Oklahoma State scrappy. What's Max saying? Oklahoma State always
bothers Baylor.
Yeah. I can see that. Like, I'm gonna trust Oklahoma State here because that's weird. Why is this 4.5? That's really that perked my ears up. I'm like, huh? Probably should be 8.
I'm betting this team. Let's go back to Virginia. Well, sort of. Old Dominion is on the road at Arkansas. Old Dominion's catching 10. Arkansas State, not Arkansas. I'm betting Old Dominion. I know they've had their struggles lately. I just don't think Arkansas State is better, 10 points better than really anybody. They could be playing anybody, and I'd be like, nah, I'm taking the points. What are you doing here?
Kind of concerned for OD on the road. That's really it. I do think
10 fucking points
wins. Yeah, I do think they win. Hopefully, it's not a situation where like ODU just kind of gives up in the end and loses the cover at the last second. Like freaking what was that? Michigan State and Indiana State. That blew me. I think that's how this could probably end, but I'll still take ODU.
Yeah. Daquan saying it's BS that I can't bet on Virginia schools while in Virginia. That's the dumbest fucking shit.
You know, North Carolina's about to go live. You can't bet North Carolina schools. Which is crazy because all those people are about to be in UNC Duke and be like, well, I don't have any action on this game.
I mean, what they're trying to do is prevent the players from gambling on the games themselves. By doing that, they're just too stupid though, because it's not 1950. It's not 1950. All of North Carolina's players, to use North Carolina as the example, guess what? Like 70 to 80%, maybe even more, are recruited from outside the state. Guess what? They can say to their brother, "Hey, bet on."
Oh yeah, literally. Hey, how easy is it for me to be like, "Hey, Matt, can you put a bet in for me on this?" I mean, come on, man. Like, you're trying to fight something that just it's gonna happen regardless. Like, it's gonna happen.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
At least if you allow it in the state, you can be like Iowa and actually catch the people. You're not going to catch them when they're doing it out of state, but if they're in the state, you can actually catch them.
100%. Alabama is laying 13.5 at Vanderbilt. The last time Alabama played them, this game's on the SEC network. They won 101-44. I know they extended Jerry Stackhouse. I would, if I was on the board there, whatever the fuck at Vanderbilt, that's a hard sell after losing by almost 60 points. I mean, you know what though? You know, after all that, I'm taking Vanderbilt in the points, but I just can't believe you extend someone that lost a game by 60 in conference the previous season, but
it's no other way to bounce back other than to cover the number, man. It's no other way to bounce back. Like, and I know they remember that game. Yeah, they were probably talking about it like, yo, they really beat our ass last year.
Yeah,
like.
You have to. The Bonnies, St. Bonaventures at Richmond. They were at VCU the other night, so they've been down there in Richmond. They're laying 2.5.
Oh,
this line went up.
Just more out for Nova.
Yeah. What the fuck is up with him? He keeps getting injured. Like he's been like a game time decision like the whole season.
He should just leave.
I don't even understand why. Like
the medical staff's not taking care of him. He should just leave and just go overseas or something.
He might be able to make the NBA if he had I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. I'd be trying to
yeah.
Stop the NBA dream. Stop trying to chase the NBA dream. You may end up on the G League squad making $40,000 a year. Go overseas with your name, and you could probably 6 figures easy 6 figures easy. Yeah. Some people getting in 7.
Dude, you can go to like basket. It's not like football or
everybody want to chase NBA dreams.
You can be a legend in fucking what did Dominique Wilkins? Where did he go? Italy, Greece. Brick Pitino went to Greece.
Marbury has freaking statues in China. Statues.
Yeah, that's a tough sell for me though, man. I'm sorry. Like I would go to a lot of countries. I mean, I guess they idolize him, but that would be down the peg. Like, give me some other countries before I would just say let's go to China. But I guess they treat him like fucking celebrities.
Taiwan.
Yeah. I think I'd go to.
If you're listening to it, because I know you guys listen. If you listen to if you play in college, understand you're probably not good enough to make NBA. At least go get paid. You're good enough to be in and be on the end of the bench and barely get a contract. Go get paid overseas, man. Go get that money overseas.
You know
play in the TBT tournament.
You know who did that was Krutwig from Loyola Chicago. Remember their big man?
Mm-hmm.
He could have came back to college and he went to fucking Belgium. They offered him I don't know, it was like 600,000, 800,000. He's like, I'm out of here. I would do some shit like that before I go into China. Richmond's gonna beat St. Bonaventure today. Richmond is gonna beat St. Bonaventure today.
Bonnies are overrated. They're not good.
I've already bet this. Let's go. Take the Spiders. They're getting 2.5 2 at home. No. George Washington's getting 10.5 at VCU. It's a big number. Give me George Washington, but I don't love it. What are you doing here?
They got to bounce back after that game. That's all. That's it. I think they still lose, but they'll lose by 9.
Boston College is at Georgia Tech. This line smells a little bit to me. That's why I bet it. Georgia Tech is going to win. Because I think BC should actually be the team that's favored based on performance this year. Georgia Tech's laying 2. Give me the Yellow Jackets and Damon Stoudemire. What are you doing here?
I hate taking Georgia Tech.
The line doesn't make any sense, though.
Line 2. Yeah, I guess I'll take Georgia Tech because I really hate BC. But this is a toilet bowl. Don't watch this game.
Florida Atlantic is laying 8.5 or 9 at Charlotte. Charlotte's not bad. Florida Atlantic, obviously Final Four team a year ago. Give me the 9 and the CLTs.
It's 9?
I'm seeing 9 right now. What are you seeing? I do see an 8.5 out there on the board too.
This is in Charlotte?
Yeah.
Why am I not going to this game? I'm in Charlotte right now. Really? Hold on. I might be. Where's Game Time at? Let me get on the Game Time app real quick.
Yeah. I mean, go see a Final Four team. What are you doing?
Yeah. Dang. I don't want to take FAU, but I'll go with the CLTs.
This is a lock right here. UNLV's getting 10.
Wow, this is in Charlotte. I didn't know that. I did not know this.
UNLV is
really
getting 10. Go to that fucking game and tag us in it, by the way. Tag us at TC on SGPN if you do.
I might.
Yeah.
It's raining.
Get on
It's
over
raining
there.
kind of bad. That really might be the thing. I'm one of them people. I don't go out in the rain. I'm sorry. I'm good.
But basketball is in a dome. You're good. All right.
Nah,
you
man.
don't even
the fact of
drive in the
getting
rain.
there.
You don't
I
even
gotta
drive
get
in the
there,
rain.
and then I gotta get out. No, I mean driving in the rain is
I gotta
fine.
get
That's
an
not
umbrella.
driving. It's just
I
like,
gotta get a
yeah.
fucking
Or
umbrella. I gotta
wear
do
the
all
right
this.
jacket, and if I don't wear, and then I'd be dressing to look good. So like, if the rain messes it up and I feel uncomfortable, like if my socks get wet, oh man, it's over if my socks get wet. Yeah, I might go though. Game time, $28 to go to this game. Can't beat that. Can't beat that.
There you go. Use that Game Time app, folks. UNLV is going to cover the 10 at San Diego State. Lock it up. San Diego State will win. This is on CBS. It's a great game. San Diego State will win, most likely, but they'll win by 4 or 5. I think this line's a little too much. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I like them. Let me see. San Diego State just. What is it about them this year?
I mean, they look good against Gonzaga the other night, but
like, why don't I feel like there's been years where I just sat there and said, "It's San Diego State. I don't care. I'm betting them." And at the end of the day, I'm gonna be up a bunch of units at the end of the season. Now it's like, I mean, they're 5-7 ATS. They're 3-4 against the spread at home. Like, I mean, yeah, they're 7-0 at home, but 3-4 and you're 7-0.
Yeah. I'm telling you, UNLV
What
plus
is
10.
it?
Take that action.
I'll take UNLV.
Virginia Tech's laying 1 at Florida State. Give me the Hokies. Florida State. I'm out on them.
See, you knew what I was doing. What?
Yeah.
You thought I was fading. You thought I was fading my guys against Florida State. Like, no. Florida State's doing all this to get out the ACC, and they can't win an ACC play. I think Virginia's gonna fuck them up for that. They're trying to pay all this money to get out of the ACC, and you're not even good in the ACC right now.
Yeah.
Like, you're just focusing on football, talking about how no. Why are you trying to leave the ACC and trying to cripple this conference? Like, no, I think that every ACC team is headhunting for Florida State this year, and we're going to beat the shit out of you all season. We're going to prove you have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go.
I'm with you. Fuck Florida State. USC.
Like, they're really, if they leave the ACC, that's literally going to be the start of the death of the ACC, and it's going to piss me off.
I think it might be happening though. USC is laying 3 against Stanford. Lock. This is the one. Trojans are getting their shit together. Stanford's won a couple big games in a row at UCLA, home to Arizona. Bronny James, Trojans, Trojan man. They're gonna take down. They just beat Cal the other night, making 2 wins in a row against the Bay Area. I'm locking it up. What are you doing here?
And what's the number you got?
3.5.
Yeah, I'll lock it up with you.
Boom. All right, we got to rapid fire some of these. Oregon State's getting 12.5 in Seattle against Washington. Give me Oregon State.
Ew. I guess 12.5 is a lot. I'm not betting that. Ew. I didn't even know that line was 12.5. That's disgusting. All right.
Iowa State's getting 2.5 in Norman, Oklahoma against Porter Moser. Lock. Give me Oklahoma minus 2.5.
Yep.
This Iowa State bullshit out of here. Let's go. Iowa State can't score on the road.
No, Porter Moser is my guy.
Let's go. Ole Miss, Tennessee. Tennessee. Do you see the? I don't know why I'm not seeing this on the board right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that anywhere?
It's 11.5.
11.5. I'll take Ole Miss. Tennessee wins by 9.
Tennessee's not covering this number. Is this the first? Yeah, they're not covering this number.
Ole Miss is undefeated. That's the only thing I'm terrified about a little bit.
Yeah, I think they lose. They lose. They ain't got to lose they ain't got to get killed. I definitely don't think they get killed. And Tennessee really hasn't been. Yeah, they haven't challenged. The last time they challenged themselves.
Yeah. They lost to who? Somebody, right? Like maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Who did they lose to?
And they haven't. They're not covering games. They're 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games. They didn't cover against NC State. They didn't cover against Illinois. They didn't
The
cover
Carolina
against
game was a month ago. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me Ole Miss, man. Maybe Tennessee wins the game, but they win this game by 5, maybe 4.
Yeah. Duke is in South Bend. Notre Dame's laying 14.5 points. It's a big number. Give me the Irish. Duke wins by 10. What are you doing here?
I think Notre Dame actually really sucks.
They do suck. I just feel like
I'm laying it with Duke. I think they suck.
Liberty is at Western Kentucky. I think Western Kentucky's laying 3. That's a sneaky game there. You going with your Virginia guys here? I don't think so. Give me Western Kentucky.
Nah, I like that Western Kentucky team, man. I like that Western Kentucky team. I do.
What else do we got here? We got UCF is going to Kansas State. First Big 12 game, right? They're about to get fucked up. I can't see a line on this right now, though. Why am I not seeing this? You see that anywhere?
You said UCF.
Oh, I got it. K-State's laying 4.5 against UCF. We should lock K-State.
Yeah.
Welcome to Big 12 play, UCF. Lock.
This feels like the game he rallies them, and it's not even close. It feels like it's one that's not even close. He rallies them together for the first game in conference play, and they sit here and say that we're not going out sad to this team that just came over here. Like, yeah, I'm with you. I like Kansas State.
Colorado's at Arizona State. Colorado coming off an embarrassing loss to Arizona in Tucson. Arizona State's red hot. They've been beating teams left and right. Buffs are going to get this done. They're laying 3.5 for a reason. Lay the 3.5. KJ Simpson's going to go off on this Arizona State Sun Devil team.
I think you should lock it.
Yeah, no, done.
I think you should
Let's go. Let's go.
I think you should lock it. I think this is a really good spot for them.
Ohio State is laying 1.5, maybe 2. Let me see if this moved. No, flat 1 I'm seeing right now. It's actually come down a little bit. In Bloomington against Indiana, they're honoring Bobby Knight. Obviously, he's a Ohio State grad, coach at Indiana. I'm on the Hoosiers. What are you doing here?
I feel like I get burned by Indiana when I bet them. Yeah. No. I have too many bad memories. No, they're at home. If Indiana loses this game, I'm probably never gonna pick them again. Like, not even just bet. I just don't think I'm ever gonna pick them again, like, at all. I'll go with Indiana here.
Utah's getting 14 at Arizona. Arizona just destroyed Colorado. I'll take the Utes plus 14. Moneyline Mac actually convinced me to bet on the Utes.
Really? Why?
I just
would you feel that confident on the Utes and getting Arizona here, or is this just a fade of a pretty good team?
I just think Arizona just drilled Colorado, and it's like Utah. I think he has Arizona winning, but he just thought it was a little bit too many points, and I bought in, so I bet it. Actually, I'm seeing the line down to 13 right now. I'm not going to
bet it. I like Utah, but I'm not going to bet it.
Texas Tech is getting what, 7, 6.5 at Texas.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas
Last
Tech.
time ever in Austin, though.
I'm taking Texas Tech.
I'm on Texas Tech as well. Shout out to Jay Trinidad. Appreciate you. Moving along. LSU is at Texas A&M. The buzzsaw Buzz Williams lay at 11.5. That is a lot of points. A&M wins. Give me LSU. Yeah. Colorado
Buzz
State
Williams really good as a dog, not too good as a favorite.
Yeah, agreed. Colorado State is at Utah State. Utah State's laying 1.5. This is part of the racism parlay.
Ooh.
Colorado State's not winning this game. This fucking place gets lit. And Colorado State's just coming off of a huge win against New Mexico. I'm sorry. I love this Colorado State team. I just think it's a horrible spot for them. I'm on Utah State. What are you doing here?
I'm not fating the racism parlay that was already dropped. That's for certain. I'm not gonna come in here and mess up the mojo of the racism parlay. But I actually was back in Utah State here. I really do like my rule games when I get these unranked teams that are favored over these ranked teams, because it tells me the books know something, and they're not afraid to set the line and where they think these teams are at. And even though this Colorado State team is really, really good, this is a tough spot going on the road against Utah State. Utah State's been a very, very good team in the past, and they've been able to win spots like this. This is a win that Utah State knows they need when it comes March time and they want to try to get that bid into the tournament. They need a win like this, a top 13 team coming into the nation. So in the nation coming into the building. So yeah, all over Utah State to get it done here.
And once again, parlay that with BYU. I think BYU's laying 9.5 against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's first. Yeah, they're going to get their ass whooped in Provo. Couple other games. Washington State is laying 1.5 against Oregon. We bet this because this line makes no sense. Oregon's been rolling. Why is Washington State a 1.5 point favorite? It's on a back-to-back road game. Oregon was just in Seattle. That is why. Real? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all right. I was not with you. I was like, all right, this is no, I'm with you. I didn't know it was a back-to-back road spot for Oregon. Definitely. That's a tough spot, especially in college basketball.
Let's take those Cougs. And then UCLA is laying 6.5 against Cal. UCLA has been losing left and right. I did not bet this game, but I did take Cal in the points because I think UCLA may win. I think it's just kind of going to be a dogfight. What are you doing here?
I don't know. I think I'm with Noah. I think we just need to just go ahead and just start blindly fading this UCLA team. I'll take Cal in the points.
And as we get out of here, take UC Santa Barbara minus 7.5 at Cal Poly. I'm dying hard on this hill that Santa Barbara is still a decent school. Folks, subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. Make sure you give Terrell Furman a follow on Twitter at @ReallyRel__. Get at him. Tell him to go to that Charlotte game. Someone send the guy a fucking umbrella or two. All right. And yes.
No, man. It's really kind of bad.
Check out the NBA Gambling Podcast, the WNBA Gambling Podcast, all that good stuff that he does. Appreciate you hopping on, man. And Happy New Year. And folks, give me a follow on Twitter at TheColbyD. Also, the College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/the College Experience. There's 113 people watching. Hit that fucking like button and take 2 minutes out of your day and go over to iTunes and give us a 5-star review. Is that hard to ask? All right, get on over there. Do that. All right.
Like the video before you leave. Like the video. It's right there. Just hit a like and then hit X.
It helps us. All right. It helps us. You don't want to help us? What the fuck's going on here? All right, folks. Until next time, this is the College Basketball Experience. See you back tonight. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here.
You get ripped apart. Save the cookie cutter mother for 106 apart. Guzzle your liquor while I sip your heart. You never dumb it down, dawg. If you're smart, I throw out a couple of lines. Biters are quick to cross. Fishy you on a dick to lie. Piss you off. It goes tits and bras, lips and jaws. I use my common sense to see the bitch and all. Good thing you got the market corner. Kids and malls. Grip the rag carpet as you slip and fall off. Another career spear. Thanks for trying to block. You get an A for effort and an F for shut the fuck up. Here's a hint. Put down the mic, you catch a glimpse. And keep them eyes wide when you see me. Mics, I seize them. So when you see him, you got a good reason to look. Catch a glimpse.